Next thing I need to do is get this headstock sorted out. First thing we need to do is get it thickness down to the right thickness that we want. I've glued on just a little guide block. We're going to push this thing through here, set up a fence to get my distance right, and we're just going to push this through here and let the spindle sander thickness plane that down for me. I had a few people ask about this chunk of Purple Heart that was left on here. Mostly that was just because my bandsaw is not that accurate. It doesn't cut very good, so we got left with that. And we're about to sand it off, so it's there for no purpose at all, other than I didn't want my bandsaw to cut too deep and then not be able to fix that. Rather leave some wood on there than take too much off. So we're going to run this through here and thickness sand this down to what we need. I'm going to grab some earbuds, turn the dust collection on, and we'll get to work.
I've seen this trick done by many other guitar builders, probably with a lot more success than me. I think my biggest issue was simply supporting my workpiece. Clearly, I need to come up with a better method of fastening the neck blank to my guide block here. Rule number 4, people. Rule number 4. Now, did it work? Yes. Did it work well? Not really. Part of that was simply me trying to get the shot. The things I do for you people. Seriously. And there's the forearm cam. Good job, Tim.
Okay, I think that gives me a good place to start. We can start roughing out the volute. Maybe we can go ahead and punch the tuner peg holes and get set up to route this thing to the actual headstock shape. Okay, so just a little bit of cleanup left to do under there and just kind of smooth some things out. Start on that volute. First thing I want to do is, I've got this little cut of a veneer of curly maple, and I just want to glue this on here. I think it'll match pretty good with the body wood that we've got, which is curly maple with some burl in it. No burl in this, but I don't have any, so we'll just go with this, and I think it's going to work really nice. So, a couple clamping calls, some clamps. Let's get this thing glued up.
This veneer is going to anger a few people, I'm sure, one of which will be my wife. And while I understand that I spent a massive amount of time on these beautiful laminates running the full length of this neck blank, I'm also completely aware that I designed my headstock shape around having a laminate on the face of the headstock. It's a very important design element of the overall headstock look and feel. So I guess that's basically a long-winded way of saying, bite me in the comments?
We'll let that dry and come back to it later. My headstock template is a two-step process because I want to create this little shadow line. So I have a secondary template that'll come in after we route the first shape. So I've got this taped on here with some double-sided tape. We're going to take this trim router with a bearing pattern bit and follow this pattern down just a little bit. We'll do this in steps, and then we'll take the drill and drill these holes out just as a guide hole, not the actual size, for the tuner pegs. So let's get after it.
Now this router bit is nothing fancy here. We're not using some crazy Astra-coated compression bit from Bits and Bits here. This is just an Amana Tools 1/4" shank, 3/8 diameter upper bearing bit with a 1/2" cutting depth. Thus the reason we're not trying to do this in a single pass. I'll leave a link to this bit in the description below if you're interested in picking one up for yourself. It is not an affiliate link. I get nothing for it. I just want to point you in the right direction if you're interested in what bits I use.
Okay, I need to drill these holes before I pop this template off to finish off that last little bit, so let's get to that. Okay, one rough shaped headstock. A little bit of tear out over here. You can kind of see that right there. So we'll probably just have to radius this off a little bit more. Next step will be getting this template lined up and then routing that reveal right there. So let's get set up to do that. Just going to use a couple drill bits to line this up. That's why I put the holes in both templates. Now the idea here is to just barely pull that veneer that we put on there off and maybe a millimeter below that, so that we have a reveal around this that shows the neck laminations just on this little design here. So let's see how this turns out. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. Nice little swoop there. I think it's a neat accent. We'll go with that. Okay, headstock is rough shaped. A little bit of work to do, clean up a couple areas, and that's good. I went ahead and routed the sides of the neck even with the fretboard. Took a hand plane to smooth out the rest of this body blank. So I think with that, the next project that we need to work on is getting these body wings fitted up to this thing and start shaping those. And I think we're going to save that for the next video. This is good progress for this one. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking down below. And hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.
Voyeur Guitars. Who's watching you?